Welcome to Secrets of Stand-Up Comedy. I'm Dick Williams. I'm going to tell you everything I know about stand-up so you can be a better comic. You may disagree with me. You may agree with me. What my hope is that you get something out of this, that you try out the exercises, and if they work for you, awesome. If they don't do them anymore. It's very simple. It's very easy. All right. So I was talking with a comic. I reviewed his his stand-up set, and there's a few backlogged that I'm going to do now in the next couple of days. If you've already sent something and you haven't heard from me, just remind me, but I have to cut it off now because I'm moving into the next phase of this channel, and I'm not going to have enough time to review people's sets. So if you've already done it, just send it to me again. Remind me, and I will get it done within the week. But this guy, Nate Fillers, hey Nate, he's funny. I liked his material. He does set up punch type jokes, and he has like 4,000 of them. He was telling me, and cycling them through, getting feedback on them, working on new ones. And the one tip that I had for him, or one of the tips, was he's leaving too much meat on the bone. The way I explained it to him was, think about a roller coaster. The setup is bringing them up, 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 and then the punchline is supposed to bring you down to where it's like, woo, that's the fun part. He was getting up, up, up with the setup, and then the punchline would go here, but it wasn't enough to bring you all the way down. You need to sometimes go past that initial punchline. Here's what I mean by that. He told me one of his jokes. He said, I used to have an abortion joke, but I had to get rid of it. On its own, I liked it. I thought it's a funny concept. I said, okay, as we're just sitting here now on the phone, what else could you do with that? There's so much more. You're leaving so much meat on the bone. That joke has so much more potential, but he didn't explore it any further. So I said, okay, what else can you do with this? You have the joke. I had this abortion joke, but I had to get rid of it. You can add on to that a bunch of tags that are punchlines in themselves. I wasn't sure if I could get rid of it because I already had it for 23 weeks. Or I originally thought it was, or it was originally given to me by this other comic, but now he's saying it's not his, and I want to somehow get it tested. There's all kinds of things you can spin off from that initial premise and punchline. So the assignment is go through all those one-liners you have from the 10 jokes a day, or if you haven't been doing that, just go through all your material and keep writing. Because immediately when I'm thinking about aborting a joke, you're talking about abortion, what other things are in there? Yeah, it had 2 punchlines, so it was like getting rid of twins. Or I'm just making stuff up off the top of my head. Abortion, getting rid of it. It was weird telling my folks. I'm worried that 18 years from now, I'm going to wonder what life would have been like with that joke in my act, if I still would have recognized it. You know, I mean, I was thinking about giving the joke up for adoption to another comic. These may not be killer, but like I said, I'm just trying to think of stuff right now. I'm distracted because of all the Cat Williams drama that's going on, and I'll address that in a video. I'm waiting for that to die down a bit because I don't want to hop on the viral sensation of the Club Shay Shay interview. So I'll address it, and from a comedian standpoint, not all the drama and the backbiting and all that. The only thing I will say is, you know how I'm always like, don't negatively talk about fellow comics. Kat brought up an exception to that rule. If you're defending yourself from other comics who have already said bad stuff about you, then that's a different thing. But try that out. Go through your material. It's a great way to not write new jokes, because I know we're all lazy to some degree, and figure out, okay, what more can I get out of this? And it's great because if you already established a setup and you can do just punchline, tag, punchline, punchline. Tags are basically, they're lesser punchlines. They're kind of afterthoughts. They're throwaway jokes. But tags can also be punchlines in and of themselves. So just think of them as laugh lines. Anything that will get a laugh after that. So setups are usually too long. So if you can get the most out of a setup, whether it's short or long, with 10 different punchlines afterwards, you're going to be just killing it. And you'll eventually know, okay, this one works, this one doesn't. I should trim it back, or I can add more on top of this. It's an evolving process, and then you eventually kind of let it go out into the world. But I always kind of tinker with things. My material changes when I'm on stage a lot of times, because I'll get a judgment from kind of the vibe of the room, the audience, and sometimes material that I know works, it may not work that night for whatever reason. Maybe it's an older crowd, or they're more reserved, or I'm just not feeling it in that joke. That's the other thing, and I'll probably make a video about this, but when you're performing, you have to think about the emotion behind what you're saying when you wrote it, when you came up with it. So we get into that. This is a short video. I hope you're enjoying these. Check out the podcast. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the link for Google Podcasts, but I should get all that sorted out once I hear back from customer service. And but it's definitely on Apple. I believe it's definitely on Spotify and a few of the other links. I'm going to keep putting the website that'll bring you to all of that. There's 10 of them up right now. So subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe to this channel. Share it with every comic you know that you want to get better. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, evening, show, whatever it is you're doing. Bye.